and thank you for joining us here on the Edinburg Cable Network. I'm Demetria Hernandez, and in the studio today, we have IT Director Leo Gonzalez here to talk about a new notification system for residents in Edinburg. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. I know we have a lot to talk about in regards to this notification system. A lot of people have a lot of questions. They're like, what is this going on? How do we, access it? So tell me a little bit about the notification system, first of all.
Well, the City of Edinburg notification system, it's a very similar system to what we see and have experienced with the university or with school districts, to where if there's any kind of incident that occurs and the school notifies the parents or the students of the issue that's going on, they get notified by email or by text or by phone call.
Okay.
So we have been looking for a notification system for quite some time because our method of notification is just our email system. And it's not sufficient enough to notify the whole population of the City of Edinburg. So we implemented the mass message notification system, and which we can notify the residents by phone call first, letting them know that we have this new service. In the message, they're notified that they can go to the city website, and then they can access the notification system there and create an account to where they can log into the account and indicate how they want to be notified.
Okay.
So they can request to be notified by email and also by text, and then they can also indicate if they want to be notified for city events, not so much just emergencies. Exactly. So once they do that, then the different departments that need to notify the citizens, whether it's a road closure or water main break, or an Edinburg Library city event, like tonight, the Jardín de Arte, they can send out the notification to the citizens, let them know that, hey, we got this event going on tonight, bring your family, bring your friends, let people know, and they can get that message by email or by text message.
All right, sounds good. So it's good to know this notification system is not just for emergencies, but it's also for events going on.
That is correct.
This is a really good system, especially for those who don't have cell phones, who don't have access to email. Do you find maybe those people who still have landlines, they're the ones who can utilize the phone system more
correct.
so? How does that work? How does that phone system work?
So say, for example, like you said, they don't have an email address or they don't have a cell phone. When we send out that notification, it'll call their house phone, and then in that they'll hear the message, whether it's going to be a recorded message or actual live message from like, for example, if you were to record the message, they'll hear that message and be notified of whatever's going on, whether it's a city event or whether it's an actual emergency.
Okay, and tell me, we have a lot of Spanish-speaking residents here in the city of Edinburg. How do we entertain them, or how do we notify them about these notification systems? Is there Spanish-speaking messages as well?
Well, the notification system, it's robust enough to where it has the text-to-speech, and it can translate.
Okay.
So if you type up the message, it can automatically translate it for you, or you can yourself record the message in Spanish yourself.
Okay, so then if somebody's at home and they're like, what, maybe I would like to just receive emergency messages, maybe not so much the events. Maybe they like to watch the events or see the events on social media. How do they go about doing that?
Well, if they want to create an account and just receive messages for emergencies, they can opt out from receiving event notifications.
Okay.
Or if they choose not to receive emergency notifications as well, they can contact us here at the City of Edinburg, and we can notate their account to opt them out to not receive any kind of call whatsoever.
Okay, but this is really important, especially when you have those traffic accidents, especially maybe when there's flooding situations, especially when lights are out, or you might be planning for an event. How has this notification system been throughout other maybe cities, school districts who have used them? Is this successful?
Well, it is pretty successful because, like I mentioned, it is a way to alert the students or the citizens of the city of that emergency that's going on, whether it's a lockdown at the school or whatever the type of emergency that it is. Recently, I just received a notification from the school where my son attends, and there was a bomb threat.
Oh, wow.
And I got notified by phone call, I got notified by email, and I got notified by text message. And so that's the similar system that we're using here with the city. So again, we can notify the citizens of any emergency that occurs. We just got done through hurricane season. Luckily, nothing happened. But if we would have had the system in place, in the beginning of the summer and a hurricane occurred, we could have notified the citizens of
Sandbag
distributions. Exactly.
All right, and maybe emergency places where they could go if they don't have a proper place to hide themselves, to protect them and their family.
Shelters, yes.
Shelters.
Exactly.
So tell me about, I guess now that we've seen how this works in correlation, with the way the school districts have been doing it, how are we going to participate this notification system with maybe UTPA's notification system in regards to students? Are they going to get double the phone calls, emails, or text messages? How does that work?
No, and the reason it wouldn't be mixed is because they're two different entities and they're separate notification systems.
Okay,
so there's not a partnership that we were able to do with the university or anything.
Okay, so then this is strictly all City of Edinburg, all things related to just the City of Edinburgh.
Exactly.
And if you are a UTPA student, UTRGV student, you will sign up with them, and then you'll get those notification systems as well.
Exactly.
So it's good to have both.
Right.
I think, especially if you're maybe not from Edinburgh, you want to see how it's going to be like
correct.
coming over here. All right, sounds good then. And so you said that it's going to be in English and in Spanish. Will we just start getting these phone calls? Will we just start getting these text messages if we're just citizens of Edinburgh? Or do we have to call and say that we want to be a part of it? How are we going to sign up for this?
Well, on Monday, our ECN channel sent out a mass message to the citizens of Edinburgh, letting them know of the new system. And in that message, it was indicated to them that if they had any questions or they would like to sign up for it to receive alerts and event messages via email or text, that they could go to the city website. They could create the account and set up how they would like to be notified.
Okay, then. And also, maybe if anybody's at home who have elder parents and they want to sign up or make sure that their parents are signed up, they should definitely call or send an email or check out the city website.
Right, yeah. And if they have any questions or concerns on how to create the account, they can call the IT department here. They can call my direct line, 956-388-8201, and I'll be happy to show them how to create that account.
All right, sounds good. And I think most importantly is this a free service?
It is a free service, yes.
Okay, so then people don't have to pay for getting this notification system?
Well, the only thing that that there might be a charge is if on text messages, if depending on their carrier,
Okay.
What kind of plan that they have, there might be additional charges for them receiving text messages. So that's where they have the decision and the choice to opt out of receiving text messages if it's going to cost them any additional fees for that.
Okay, so it's important to just check, make sure.
Yes, with their cell carrier plan.
Okay, because if not, then they can always just get the emails and they can always just get those phone calls.
That is correct. That is correct.
All right, sounds good. Well, thank you so much for being here, Mr. Leo Gonzalez, and telling us about this notification system. Hopefully it will change the way that emergency messages and even events going on in the city of Edinburgh are distributed. I think this is a really great idea, especially in case of emergency.
That's correct. Thank you very much for having me.
All right, well, thank you, and we will see you next time. Thank you for joining us here on the Edinburgh Cable Network.